Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Third and 2, now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 3rd down, James. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Bears. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Fields. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Akeem Hicks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. First carry now for David Montgomery.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Dancing to his left. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Fields again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Jordan Brooks with it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Richardson.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! It's complete. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll make this a second down. And off comes to Montgomery.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fields now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd and 10, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, here's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go for? And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. His third rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 23. And some space here. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Sam Sloman now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They snap it to Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down. Carson, he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Not much there, only a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. A shotgun snap, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Fields throwing again. Going for the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 28. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On third down, James. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They run it with James. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, it's James, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Here's James. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first down, so they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps our defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run on first down. James. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Check 50.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6, 7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Finding room to the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.